I think the main thing, my first days at Pacific, I didn't really get a chance to feel lonely or sad when my parents left because we have a week of welcome and there's so many different activities happening. We have concerts and different mixers and activities that you can do to meet new people. I was already just thrust into the Pacific family and the environment, and I got to meet a lot of my best friends in those first weeks. And so, yeah, I never got a chance to be homesick because there was already so many fun things happening and so many things to try out and explore on campus.
One thing I appreciate about Pacific is the variety of people from across the country and the world. I have friends from Chicago and San Jose and Israel and Pakistan even. And it's great to be able to experience, their cultures and learn new things about the world.
So what really drew me to Pacific is the Pacific Humanities Scholars Program, and that's one of the few honors programs that really emphasize the humanities for scholars like me who want to major in English, film, history, things like that. So with that, we actually get to go on a road trip to Ashland, Oregon to see the Shakespeare Festival. And as a first-generation low-income student, I never thought I would have an opportunity to do such things.
I'd say one of my favorite things about campus is how there's always something to do. There's always activities going on. For example, every Saturday we have socials where people play games and eat food, but even on every other day of the week, there's always something to do. We have a bunch of clubs, and even off campus, we're super close to Sacramento and San Francisco, and so there's no reason to be bored on campus.
Definitely being elected president of my fraternity, Theta Chi, which is the social fraternity here. The brothers really put their trust in me in leading the fraternity, and I really took that as an opportunity to just grow in my leadership skills and just manage a fraternity. And I'm doing really well so far. I've done a lot of great events. It's awesome being the face of a fraternity and just having the brothers behind you and always by your side. So that's definitely an awesome experience I've had at Pacific.
As a resident assistant at Pacific, I really enjoy how easy it is to build community, especially with other resident assistants and also with the community that you're overseeing. Being able to plan a bunch of socials for your residents and, chat about how your on-call day went, with fellow resident assistants. It's really nice.
One of the big things that I've noticed throughout my 4 years at Pacific was the diversity programs that they have here. As a Latinx student, they were able to reach out to me almost every year, every semester, make sure that I'm doing okay in my classes and make sure that I didn't need any extra help. And if they did, they were able to support me through that.
My favorite thing about Pacific has been joining my sorority, which is Kappa Alpha Theta. I love joining it. It was something that I didn't expect myself to do, and now that I've done it, I can't imagine Pacific without it. It feels like such a community on campus. I've made so many friends there, and it really makes Pacific feel like home to have a house on campus and live here.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Pacific is definitely the Greek life community. I love how open and friendly we are. We try to make a very sociable, friendly environment and try and network ourselves and put ourselves out there. I was introduced into a young age by my two sisters who were in Alpha Phi, and I'm part of Beta Theta Pi as well. So it's definitely a very healthy type of organization and just a way to put yourself out there and get involved on campus.
I think the opportunity to play the sport I love and pursue a degree at the same time. UOP is really competitive in water polo. We came 6th in the nation last year, so yeah, it was just the opportunity to play water polo and study at the same time with some guys that I've known almost my whole life.
So we're really involved with pool club on campus. I'm the treasurer for it currently. So we like to have tournaments. We like to just get together twice a week and just play at night. It's a lot of fun. I've met so many different kinds of people from everywhere in the world, all kinds of backgrounds, and a lot of them are still my friends to this day.
I really like Pacific because it has given me a lot of unique opportunities, real world experiences in my class. As a business student, I've gotten to work with local companies like Visit Stockton, where we compiled consumer profiles for them, and we worked with local residences. And as well as for my international marketing class, we've gotten to work with real entrepreneurs and helping them with their company marketing. And I personally am working on helping with social media promotion through Miss Profit's Facebook.
When I was first coming to the United States, I was really scared because it was my first time ever visiting the country. but University of the Pacific made me feel really good and confident about the decision I made. UOPI made a lot of events and parties for international students where we could all meet each other and hang out, and therefore I was able to make a bunch of friends right away. I just felt like I belong here. My college experience will definitely be the time I will never forget.
Something that surprised me in a good way, I would say, was being a transfer student. I was really nervous about making friends and meeting a community within the school of people who I got along with. But since it is a smaller school, it does feel more homey and people are super welcoming here, which I kind of wasn't expecting.
So one of the reasons why I came to Pacific was really for that personalized connection. I feel like Pacific says that a lot, that your professors will get to know you, but it's really true here. I know one of the work opportunities that I was able to engage in was because my professor knew my interests and knew who I was. So at Pacific, I was really able to get that work experience.
My favorite thing about Pacific is athletics and the opportunity it gives me to not only travel and experience California, but also to support my peers and just to gain a more well-rounded experience.
My favorite thing about Pacific is the community. We are so close together that I get to be friends with all my psychology classmates and also with the debate partners I have. And we all close together, we hang out together, and I know I'm gonna remember them for the rest of my life.
My favorite thing about Pacific has to be the community here. When I got here, the moment I stepped on the campus and started talking with people, I knew that I immediately made the right choice for coming here.
Walking out to the campus, saying hi, good morning, good evening, how are you? To me, that makes me the community. So I feel that Pacific gives me the welcoming atmosphere, which makes me the second home at the Pacific.
I think one of the most standout memories at Pacific is I'm a part of ASULP, which stands for Associate Students of University of the Pacific, specifically the Arts and Entertainment team. So we put on different events. We have an event called De-Stress Fest where it's this big event before finals week that meant to calm down the students, relax them. I think that was easily one of the most engaging and rewarding events we did. Because not only that, afterwards, the team and I, we went to BJ's and we just had a lot of fun, ordered a bunch of Pizookies, and I think it really just solidified my connection to this team and was one of the most standout memories from Pacific as a whole.
My favorite memory being a Pacific student is probably going down to the Holt Atherton Special Collections in the library. It was really cool. I did it for a class, and it was just amazing to see how much history that the university has documented of students and just being part of that rich Pacific history.
Pacific is a great, beautiful, unique university because it is smaller, so there's not a lot of students on campus, which makes things less overwhelming. The Pacific community here is very tight-knit, and so you kind of see the same people all the time, and it makes you feel comfortable and a sense of familiarity with the school. And there's a lot of opportunities here at Pacific. For example, I just applied for a fellowship, and I think that's really amazing that I have the opportunity to do internships and fellowships and join different clubs here at Pacific.
It surprised me how approachable the professors were, knowing that all of my professors are familiar with me and come to me when there's a problem, when they notice something's wrong. I thought that was extremely surprising, and it made UOP so personal for me, and I really enjoy it.
I love that the people at Pacific, the teachers, everyone's really sweet and kind. And when you need help, they're there to lend a helping hand. And that's made the experience so incredible.
My biggest success so far at Pacific has been putting myself out there, joining things, meeting new people. Very introverted person, but everyone here is so welcoming that it makes it easy.